my live, I am about to do a simple protective style in my hair just so I can go on this 2 weeks hair growth challenge using Heavenly's growth products. And also I will be unpackaging or opening up some things that I've ordered that hopefully it's the things that I've already needed to come in the mail. Let me make sure that my live is not set for private. Seems like it's been forever since I've been on here. Okay, green screen. Okay, that's cute. That is cute, y'all. Let me change it back. All right, so it's not private. So yeah, I'm about to get ready to open up these boxes. I'm just gonna put a few plaits in my hair. One day I'm gonna go on live just putting a whole lot of either mini braids or mini twists in my hair just so you guys can see. And probably go on this hair growth challenge with me. But let's go ahead and open a couple of these boxes. I hope y'all been doing well today. Let's see. Like I stated in just about every one of my lives, I wish that I could play music. All right, so what has came in the mail is the 8-ounce bottles and the tops for Heavenly's Moisture Milk, Heavenly's Hair Growth Tonic, Heavenly's Growth Shampoo and Conditioner, and Curling Custard. Will be using these 8-ounce bottles. Now, I have a big shipment of bottles that's coming in as well. Hi, Alan. Thank you for subscribing. So this is one of the packages that I got in the mail. That's the 8-ounce bottles and the tops. I also received these also for my Moisture Milk spray bottles and my Growth Tonic spray bottles as well. I also got my shipment in for my smell goods. And I also got a couple new smell goods as well that I will be trying out. I'm trying to get this shelf full. So I had a lot of this products on the shelf, although I make them by hand. I do them by myself, y'all. So it was looking a little semi-full, but I want to end up getting both of those shelves full. That's why I haven't been working on Heavenly's other products, and that's why I haven't pulled the rest of them out of the woodworks first, because I want to get these full to where whenever I do package my orders, then I want to make sure that I have so much left. Now, as you notice that the Growth Tonic, it is one left, but that is not the only one in stock. It's just that I haven't been able to pour them in the bottles yet. Hi, Risa. Okay. I'm glad that you are here in the beginning of my live, which has only been a couple of minutes. You know, I said welcome to those who are new and welcome back to those who have been rocking with me. Hello, TK. So I've already showed my smell goods. I've showed my sprayers that I will be putting on Heavenly's Moisture Milk and Heavenly's Growth Tonic. And I also showed you guys my 8-ounce bottles and also the tops for them. Thank you for subscribing, TK, and staying off the grid. You are now blocked. Okay, so I already know what this package is right here, y'all. But I'm gonna open it anyways. I knew that it was my good old shea butter. Hi, Yash. Hello, someone. And yes, I know that Jesus does love me, and I love Jesus. And I have one more. Oops. One more to open up. Making sure I'm opening it up right. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but I get so excited to open up packages. What in the world? Wait a minute. Is my name on this? And it is. I don't even remember ordering this, y'all. Y'all, I done opened up the wrong thing. Thank you, Yash, for subbing. Hi, Thibault. Hello. No, Yash, this is not a surprise package. So, I have a DTF printer, and I messed around and opened up the wrong box. So I've already had the printer for about a month. I'm just now getting it over here. Me and my husband brought it over here yesterday, and that thing is heavy. So it has 3 parts to it, and I messed around and opened the wrong box. So yeah. Oh, it is raining outside, y'all. And okay, TK, bye. So yeah, it's raining outside, and I've just packaged a lot of people's orders, and I will be sending them off. So let's see. I love bubble wraps too, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy popping them, but right now, when my grandson is around, he always asks, "Grandma, can I pop them?" And I'm like, "Go ahead." But let me show you guys. And excuse my attire. I got on some sweatpants, and I believe they my grandson's sweatpants because Tatiana, you know, I think I got Tyron sweatpants on. I'm sure because I've been wearing his sweatpants. My grandson is, oh my goodness, he's in the 4th grade, but he is big. He's a big fellow. So yeah, these are his sweats. So when I stand up, y'all about to see my grandson's sweats, but it's raining outside, and I wasn't finna, yeah, I wasn't finna put on nothing special. But yeah, they fit though, y'all. They fit pretty decent for them to be my grandson's sweats. But let me show y'all Heavenly's. Let me grab. Okay, let me show y'all Heavenly's growth pomade / growth grease. So I thought that one of these packages was for the 4-ounce jars. Thank you. It feels good, I ain't gonna lie. So where are you from, Yash? Okay, so yeah, this is Heavenly's growth grease. When you stick your finger in it, it is going to turn into an oily consistency. So it's like the growth oil, and it is filled with multiple hair growth ingredients as well, which are Ayurvedic herbs and essential oils. And Let me show y'all the top. So just wipe it off, and this is the labels that I create myself. I create all my labels until I move over into getting them created for me. I bet it's beautiful there. I'm from Arkansas. Little old Arkansas. Some people pronounce it Arkansas because it's Arkansas. So I'm just putting this label on here. Now, this is the size of an 8 ounce, but let me show you the other 8 ounce that I was putting them in. Remember that I temporarily closed my website down for 5 months. When I temporarily closed that website down, before then, I was working from out of my house. I have an office and an island that was created just for Heavenly's hair and skincare products. This is a 8 ounce jar. It's just the height is different from this one. So when my husband brought my box from upstairs, he found these right here. This is the original size of a 8 ounce jar for Heavenly's growth pomade / growth grease. But this is also an 8 ounce. So if you have received your package, you may see your growth grease in this. It is no different from this. It's just the height. So if you were to somehow, which I know it makes no sense, but I'm gonna say it anyways. If you take away from the height, don't count the top. So if you take away from the height, you have this much room. Just picture spreading that out. That is how you get this right here. And I like to explain that because a lot of people just may get confused and be like, okay, wait a minute. So why I ordered one time and I got this size, and then the last time or the next time I got this size, but they both say 8 ounces because they both are 8 ounces. Remember that it is so many people ordering the 4 ounce, and I've told people on all of my lives that you will get a 8 ounce because I don't believe in right now bringing my products back to the forefront. I don't believe in just making someone wait until the 4 ounce come in. And look at how long it's been taking, and I've did about probably 4 lives now, and those 4 ounce containers / jars haven't even made it in here yet. They haven't made it here yet. So that is why. Thank you, Josh. So yes, they are cool, but they both are 8 ounce jars. They both are 8 ounces. So you will, for those who have previously ordered, you will receive this size. All of the orders that I have in that bag today will receive this size jar, which is still an 8 ounce, y'all. So I like to break that down. And not only that, remember that you are ordering the 4 ounce, but you are getting an extra 4 ounce for free. An extra 4 ounce for free. So I do have my products tagged in my lives because I just learned how to do that now. I've also connected my store, although I still have a link in my bio. I guess you call it bio on YouTube as well. But I do have my link in the bio. So it's 3 different ways that you can click on there just to check it out. Thanks, Yas. So yes, I will be using on my hair today Heavenly's Moisture Milk. Let me show you without it being touched or with the top, the plastic top being on there. This is Heavenly's Moisture Milk. It does separate, which is perfectly fine. Like I've stated on several of my lives, that I was inspired by Cream of Nature Argan Oils leave-in conditioner. That is what I used to use several years ago before I started hand making my own products and applying them to my hair for 7 whole years. And when I tell you that, I'm not just saying this because I create my own products and I'm not just saying this because I sell my products, but I truly, truly love my products. They make my hair feel so soft. When I tell you that it has transformed my hair for the better, there's so many people that are not new that know my story of the licensed stylist that combed one of my locks out. And she gave me, would not comb one of my locks out. She ripped one of my locks out, and that caused me to comb my locks out. I never had plans on taking my locks out, but I was forced to take them out. That is when I heard God tell me to bring my products to my YouTube platform. I was only operating under Facebook business page, but when I deactivated my Facebook regular page that was connected to my business page, that allowed Facebook's business page, as far as Heavenly Wise, to suffer. It had to be closed down. When it got closed down or deactivated, that is when a lot of people thought that I was done selling products, and I wasn't. I was not done. Now, although I temporarily closed my website down for 5 whole months, that is when I came here on YouTube to teach others how to create their own hair growth products. So that is when a lot of people kept asking about my website. A lot of them even clicked on the link and told me that they tried to buy my products, but they couldn't go any further. It said that it's like not there or not available or something like that. But after a lot of people continuously clicking onto the link, I still would not reopen my website until I found from God, until God told me that it was time. Now, I still create DIYs, but I kind of slacked back because I be over here every day working on Heavenly's products. That is the whole purpose of me being on live right now and about to do a protective style, as far as me putting some braids in my hair, so I can go back to creating those videos as well. I will never forget about the ones that can't afford Heavenly's products. I'll never forget about the ones who simply can't afford all of the ingredients. I will never forget about the ones who are busy, who has such a busy schedule to where they just don't have the time to create their own products. So another thing that I want to mention, that I mention in every last one of my videos, is that, remember I was talking about the Cream of Nature's Argan Oil Leave-In Conditioner, right? If you go to Walmart, I almost said I dare y'all, but I ain't gonna dare y'all. Just if you are ever in Walmart, look up the Cream of Nature Argan Oil Leave-In Conditioning Spray. You will look at it and you will see where the liquid form is all the way up there. When I used to buy that, I used to make sure that I shook it up. And that's why I like to let you guys know that when you receive your moisture milk, you do have to shake it up. Now, do I shake it up before packaging it? Yes. Most of the time, it takes about 1 or 2 days for it to re-separate. If yours is separate, then simply shake it up. But for those that have not tried it, the smell is amazing. It has like, I almost said a heavenly aroma, but it has a citrus. Oh my goodness, for those who love citrus, it smells so good. So you're gonna smell strawberries, you're gonna smell mango, you're gonna smell peaches, you're gonna smell those pleasant smells. You will not smell rosemary, you will not smell the favorite one that a lot of people love to talk about, eucalyptus. They love talking about rosemary too. You will not smell tea tree because the herbs are already on the inside. I didn't feel the need to add the essential oils. This is a hair growth spray as well. That is the whole purpose of me about to put a protective style in, so I can show you that this is a hair growth spray as well. So if you have box sprays, remember in the summertime, our scalp, some of our scalps, because some people probably be like, well, my scalp. Okay, for those whose scalp had a smell, this would have done great for your scalp. Spraying it on, you would have got hair growth and you would have got a pleasant smell. For those who work out in the heat, some people even in the fall or wintertime, their scalp could give off a smell. If it does, then apply the moisture milk to your scalp. But yeah, so like I said, if you want to see, only reason why I talk about the Cream of Nature's argan oil spray, so people will see that it's not just because Heavenly Products is handmade, which handmade, yeah, it's more trustworthy. A lot of these companies, they starting out getting people hooked with their products. Hi, TK. Glad you're back. But a lot of these companies, these products have been growing people's hair. These products have been making people's hair feel real good, and then boom, all of a sudden, those same products start drying those very same people hair out and caused breakage. We know one company that starts with an M. They are sold in the stores, but it's a lot of people have been traumatized from their products as well. So like I said, Heavenly is made by hand with love, with all natural ingredients as well. And I've been talking y'all ear off, so let me just go ahead and show y'all. Yesterday I was supposed to went on live. I didn't go on live. I actually have another video that I will be uploading. I forgot to upload it earlier today when I was packaging a lot of people's products, but I'm still going to upload it, and it will say that I will be going live, but it will actually be talking about this live right here. So for those of you that saw the video of yesterday, my hair, OMG, my hair has never been full on the ends like that. So when I wore my hair down, I just wanted to prove what Heavenly's Moisture Milk has done for my hair. And my curls, even if you look at my hair now, my curls still are bouncy. My hair is extremely soft. That is why I'm going to go ahead and put this protective style in my hair. I'm not even going to make these parts straight. I don't care, because a protective style is a protective style. I braided hair for almost 30 years. I have retired, or I've been retired for the past 2 years. I don't have time to be worried and to be considering if my hair is in straight parts, because I'm not doing a client's hair. So I just want to tell y'all, because yeah, you may see a lot of crookedness, but it is perfectly fine. But my hair has not had any products in it for the past few days, and my hair is still extremely soft. I did just a small example of putting the moisture milk in my hand just to apply it on my hair, so people could see that my real hair looks just like my 14 inches and my 16-inch wigs that I wear. I will be applying a 5x5 or whatever you want to call it wig on my hair whenever I am going somewhere. So we got like a catering at my husband's job that I have to drop off some mini loaf cakes Friday. I'm going to put a wig on because I don't want to walk around with those plaits going into the job where I used to work at, if that makes sense. So let me go ahead and show y'all this bush. Remember, yesterday my hair was too cute, but I wanted to put it all back into a ponytail last night so I can put my silk bonnet on. But this is how my hair was down yesterday. And I'm going to be applying Heavenly's Moisture Milk. And that's to soften up the areas of my hair where it's thick. My hair is thick all up and through here. I have 3 different hair textures though, y'all. My front is super duper loose. My back is semi-curly. And my middle is extremely curly / thick. I didn't try to map out how I was going to do this live. So what you see is what you get. And what I'm meaning by that is that as far as seeing how I was going to be positioned to start applying these braids, in which I will make sure that they are not mini braids because I don't have that much time in a day. I have to create more products, try to get that shelf back full back there, and possibly later getting both shelves full. And I did not shampoo my hair first because I will be shampooing my hair with the braids in it. By me having low porosity hair, and not only that, my hair tangles up like crazy. I try not to shampoo my hair when it's in this loose pattern. A lot of people don't know that they can shampoo their hair with braids in it. Now, you know that your hair will not be in a protective style forever. So therefore, whenever you take the protective style down, then you do a thorough shampooing on your strands. Heavenly Growth Shampoo is safe to be distributed all the way down to the strands and not just on the scalp. Not only that, you can leave it in or leave it on your hair for 10 minutes and even longer. If you apply it to your hair once a week, you will start seeing a change. If you have dry, brittle hair, if you haven't seen your curl pattern in quite a while, you will start seeing it. But also, your hair, the shampoo will start breaking down the bond. So all the chemicals and toxins that are floating outside, that gets in our hair, because a lot of people don't even realize that. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And if you hear my stomach growl, ain't no shame in my game. I haven't ate anything, but it's on purpose. Let me put this phone on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, I haven't ate anything on purpose because I didn't want to start getting tired or lazy after eating. So when you see me pull down, that is the shedded hair. I'm not pulling hard though. It's only the pieces that will easily just slide off and slide down. The other pieces like this, I just take my time and separate it with my fingers. Remember that I chose to not shampoo my hair yet because I will never get these plaits in, and the whole purpose of me putting these plaits in is so I can create another video. So far, this is how much hair that I have. Remember that our hair sheds from 50 to 100 strands a day, not a week, not every other week, and not a month, but a day. This is perfectly fine. Now, if you just get some excessive shedding, then just know that that could come from stress or other things. I'm not a doctor, but I just know that our hair sheds from 50 to 100 strands. And if you get extreme shedding, then there could be something else that's going on. And that is when I advise anyone to go to their doctor and figure out, what the problem could be. A lot of us have low iron. A lot of us, our vitamin D level is low. I remember at one point in time mine was, and I went and got all that checked and everything was straight. And actually, I was told that my vitamin D was just a little bit over the average as far as the normal rate. But I've suffered from it for so long that I had no clue that when I was taking those vitamin D capsules and being out in the sun a whole lot than I used to, because I remember back in the days I would not go out there outside. I would not go out there in the sun, not for no long period of time. But I just apply my moisture milk enough to where now I can keep applying, but I'm not. Got me another comb because I don't know what's going on in my house. People be eating the combs or something. But I bought about 4 brand new combs a few months ago, and they all have disappeared. And I could have got the wide tooth comb, but I wanted to get this one. Hello, loves. I got this one instead. And I also bought this one to where if this one won't part my hair decent, remember, I'm not here trying to do perfect parts. But yeah, if I can't part it, the way I want to part it or however, then I have that other comb. Now this be the issue right here of me putting my hair up or me trying to hold on to my hair and part at the same time. I struggle with this all the time. It has nothing to do with me being on camera. Let me go ahead and put a little bit more of the moisture milk in the back. Should have known that was going to happen. Okay. I'm just glad to be over here. I don't like this comb. I still work with it, but not to part. But I'm just glad to be over here doing my hair because I usually would do it at my house. And I have to get to a point to where I'm used to being here. Right now, this is where I create Heavenly's products. This is where I package the products and take them up the street. So I will eventually be opening this up as a store, but I'm not in a hurry at all. I'm not in a hurry, none whatsoever. Because in order for it to be a store, I have to be in here getting all of the products on the shelf to where people can come in and purchase. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking those shaded pieces and adding it to this right here. Thanks, Gregory. So instead of me making a part all the way over, I'm just going to take sections and do it as I go. As far as like putting the plaits in my hair. Like I said, this live is not structured, not in order at all. And it's fine. That is the only way that I can get these plaits in my hair. So, like I said, these plaits ain't going to be perfect. Then the parts is not going to be parted correctly. None of that. I do not care about that. That would not stop my growth products from being applied. And that would not stop the growth products from working. It will not stop me from receiving growth. Hello, Grace Lena. Hello. Thank you for tuning in from South Africa. And if you notice that I am taking my time properly detangling my hair from the bottom. And the reason being is because my hair has been up in a top puff for quite a few days. And whenever you leave your natural curly hair, everybody's hair is different. See, that was a piece of hair right there. Everybody's hair is different. Just know that. But we all should be detangling our hair from the bottom all the way up to the top, no matter who we are, no matter what race, no matter. Because different races, they be having kinky hair too. But I just make sure that I don't feel any knots, because by my hair being up in its natural curly state for a few days now, just know that I will have some shedding and I will have some tangles as well. So I'm just making sure that I am properly detangling it first. So I'm going through a million times before I add this braid or turn this into a braid. Say, for instance, there's somebody on here that detangles their hair every day because they are messing with the hair every day. Really, we shouldn't be messing with our hair every single day. And that's just one of those things that we need to, if we are doing that, we need to cut back from doing. So I'm trying to... My hair is extremely thin at the bottom. And when I say bottom, meaning the back of my head, my hair has always been like that. That's why I tell people to learn your hair. Remember that Heavenly's Moisture Milk is not only a moisturizer and a conditioning spray, but it is a hair growth spray as well. Let me turn around just a little bit so y'all can see. Can y'all see? And I'm not making these braids tight. But if your hair is anything like mine, I have like 3C4A hair. My hair tangles very quickly. Very, very quickly. So if I was to let this go after finger detangling it, and that's why I detangled it 1,000,001 times before doing this plait. It's because if I let it go for about 5 minutes, my hair is going to tangle right back up. You don't have to be a braider, although I braided hair for almost 30 years and I have been retired for the past 2 years. It's just a simple plait. Only reason why I'm just taking my time is because my hair tangles right back up easily. And remember, when you have plaits in your hair, you can shampoo your hair with plaits in it. Heavenly's Growth Shampoo is for the scalp and for the strands. Don't be afraid that the shampoo is not distributing down to your strands. Because once you take your protective style down, you can always go back and shampoo all up through the cracks and the crevices and the creases. Tatiana, you play too much. I'm not gonna play with you while I'm on live. We're not about to do that. Don't start.
It's hot in there.
I turned the heat up on purpose. Oh shoot, I forgot you was in there working. Okay, go cut it down some then. I just get cold real quick and my allergies and my sinuses go to acting up and I don't want my nose to start running.
Turn it off.
Don't turn it off, turn it down. I got it on 75. Put it on 72. So no matter how big of the part I grab, my hair tends to shrink, meaning get skinty. It tends to get skinty. So even if my part was this big, my braid would still only be that big. And that has to do with the density. Since I braided hair for so many years, I've dealt with so many. I'm going to be honest with you. I love those clients to where when I would do those box braids in their hair, those twists and things, whenever I would apply the braiding hair and the hair disappear in between the braid, I ain't gonna lie, I love doing those people hair. I'm just gonna be honest. I love doing hair period back then, and I still love it now. I just got burnt out, but it was just something special about those clients though, I ain't gonna lie. Something's very, very special. Since my roots are tangled, I'm gonna try to separate it with my fingers. Sometimes you may see me grab a comb, but for the most part, I may not. But that's why I don't wear my hair down a whole lot, because my hair tangles. When you learn your hair, you'll know what to do and what not to do. You'll know if you do something as far as pertaining to your hair, you won't do it for a very long time. You'll temporarily do it. Like I said, y'all, I haven't ate on purpose, okay? Because I didn't want to get sleepy. If I would get sleepy, then I wouldn't want to go on live and I wouldn't want to do my hair, which is long overdue, y'all. It is long overdue. And these would not be mini plaits. This right here is just tangled. That's why you take your time making sure that you are untangling the tangles. A lot of times the tangles is shedded hair because our hair sheds from 50 to 100 strands a day. And no matter how large of the part is, these braids are still going to turn out skinty. Skinty, I say. And I'm just detangling, opening it up at the bottom, and just separating those shaded pieces. So many people be in a hurry taking down their hair from box braids and stuff, and then they wonder why they had this much new growth, but then they don't see none of it. They don't see. We're supposed to see the growth down at the ends of our hair. Now, if it's a piece that's got a knot on the end, then feel free to just take your scissors and just cut that knot. If it's a knot, just cut it. Because if you don't, then what's going to happen is you're going to rip it, and then your hair is going to start breaking and just continuing to break up and split up. I remember it was a point in time, y'all, I did not, you couldn't pay me to get my ends clipped. You couldn't pay me to get my hair cut. I did a whole entire haircut back in July. And although I haven't been on here showing like doing like length checks as far as doing silk press, is because I had to grow my hair out from being damaged first. It's so many people that'll get on here and they'll show you that they'll get on here with real long hair. Yeah, you should these are the steps 1 2 3 4 5 6, and you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. Then they'll show you some pictures, they'll show you a couple of pictures, but what about the process? What about taking me along the journey with you? What about when the licensed stylist ripped my lock out and me being on my channel showing people my bald spot? Showing people my bald spot all the way to the point to where I have hair in that section. Not only that, even when I started growing hair in that section where I had the bald spot. Hello, high end. I think I said it right. Hello, high end. So when I started growing my hair from that bald spot, common sense should tell anybody that if I grew my hair, right, this is where the bald spot was. My hair is not very thick back here. I know that. I've been knowing that for several years. But when my hair started growing from here to here to here, remember that if my hair is down here, all of the rest of my hair is down here, then my hair is still going to look shallow in the middle because the bald spot has not reached all the way down to the length of the rest of my hair. Hello, Donnie. And so, therefore, I have to continue to apply growth products to my hair. And then once I grew an inch or two, then I will cut an inch or two. Hello, Kagorja, I think. Yeah. So I will have to continue, but I will make sure my stomach just growled too, y'all. But I keep telling y'all that I'm not going to eat. And one thing about me, y'all, ain't no shame in my game. I don't mind telling on myself because you're going to hear it anyways. But it's still a distraction right now because I'm trying to get to a point. So if my hair has grown from that bald spot, and remember, a bald spot is a bald spot, meaning that you see scalp. It is naked. It is bald-headed, right? Oh, girl, yeah, turn it down. I ain't realized that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I won't do my whole complete head. I'm going to get off of here in a minute, okay? Girl, YouTube probably can still pick that up. Okay, but yeah. Thank you, Donnie. So, like I was stating, that if it grew from a bald spot to here, then it grew to here, and then it's growing to here, to there, right? If my length is down here, whenever I do a silk press or whenever I turn around to the back of my head, you are still going to see that shallow spot. But it's better than doing the big chop. That's why I chose not to do the big chop for the third time. My first time was in 2010 or 2011. My second one was in 2017. I big chopped in 2017 because I hadn't learned my hair yet, and I didn't know that my front was still going to be super straight and still look like I've had a relaxer or that I have heat damage. So I messed around and big chopped for the second time, only for my hair to come right back out looking like this. Right back out looking like this. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. It is okay. But I chose not to do a third big chop because of the licensed stylist that ripped one of my locks out. I chose to comb my locks out. My locks were bunching and not budding. So therefore, I didn't have a regular bud like how you see a lot of people locks. Like, say for instance, this is one thick lock. You will see in locks that some of them will be curvy. You will see a little knot on the side. You'll see just a little shift, but mine wasn't like that. Mine had like big, gigantic light bulbs at the very end of my locks to where they were so heavy. That's why I wore them up in a ponytail all the time and had my ends loose. My locks ends were curly and loose. A lot of people could not believe that I had locks in my hair. They did not believe it because I was not getting a retwist all the time. And that's another thing too. If you have locks or if you have sister locks, please stop going to get your hair retwist often. What that is doing is it's putting pressure and it is weakening your roots. Just as simple as that. I can say it because I used to have locks. And some people, they'll come along and tell you things to do or not to do. And the first thing a person would say is, well, who is she to tell somebody she ain't even got locks on her head? That's why I made sure I stated in the beginning that I used to have locks. Hi, Dunny again. That's why I made sure that I told people that I used to have locks. Hello, Sandra. And one thing I made sure that I didn't do, I did not get my hair or my roots on my locks. I did not get them retwisted often. Probably after wearing locks for a little bit over a year, I got a retwist. Tatiana, do you remember how many times you retwisted my hair? I think it was probably like 2 times at the most. Yeah. And then when I first got my hair locked, I ended up getting it done in a little city about 15 minutes away, and she did the starter locks, and then she ended up, after they end up budding in the very beginning before they start bunching, I went back to her for the second time. I didn't get my hair shampooed because, number one, she knew my hair was going to come apart, those locks was, and I knew it too, but she ended up retwisting. So she did it twice, and then Tatiana ended up doing it twice. Y'all, out of having locks up for almost about a year, almost a year and a half, because I did have them up for over a year. Yeah. My locks, by them bunching instead of budding, they were weighing heavy on my scalp. So just imagine for those of you who hair is budding and not bunching and budding properly, you are continuously steady going back to back, back to back, back to back, and you are getting your hair retwisted, but you are not applying things to your hair as far as strengtheners, like the growth tonic. The growth tonic has Ayurvedic herbs in it completely through it. But a lot of people also don't know that when dealing with Ayurvedic herbs, you can have the herbs on your scalp and they can be drying to your hair. And that is why you need a balancer, like the rose water, the aloe vera juice. That's why on all of my DIYs, I'm either using aloe vera juice or rose water or both together, because you need that balance. So yeah, but this is one of the plaits. I'm gonna go ahead, since I've been on live for 53 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and end this live. So like I stated before, I am detangling my hair with Heavenly's Moisture Milk, which is a moisturizing and conditioning spray, and it is also a hair growth spray. Then after my plaits are completed, after they are done, I will be shampooing my hair. A lot of people shampoo their hair before getting a protective style installed. I usually do that same thing, but it is no harm in me putting the protective style up first and then shampooing my hair, because my roots are clean. My roots are still clean. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. One day I will get on here and complete a whole protective style without talking so much, but I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. But all right, y'all have a blessed one, and stay tuned for the video that I supposed to have uploaded yesterday. All right, y'all.